Hey Hada, what's happening in Melee? First of all, I've reached 50 followers on Twitch. That's pretty
Yo,
cool. That's pretty
good
cool.
stuff.
They say that the first 50 are the hardest. I do not know. I've never gone higher than 50. We are 5-0 on the dot, but thank you all for following on the Twitch. I am suspiciously my Twitter, my this at Cypher003, and my YouTube are almost the exact amount of subscribers and followers. They're hovering around the 340, 335 mark, which I think is interesting. Is that my ceiling, Hada? Am I only a 300 follower chub? That's not, I'm just like not destined for anything else. Who knows? We shall see, but we'll keep grinding. Hada, I'm appreciative of you coming back to my stream after I got the run back that had origins in not actually recorded properly sands of time, but we got back on the
Yeah,
horse last week. I beat your Ganondorf, so we're back here on my
you did.
stream. It's great to have you back here, Hada. How's your week been?
It's been going pretty good. Been getting into training again. Like I said in our unrecorded episode, is I'm gonna be by the end of this year. I'm gonna be a super major champion. I'm winning the sand volleyball side event at Riptide this year. I have decided.
That's right.
Who I'm teaming with is yet to be 100% decided, but we will see. So I've been training. I've been doing a lot. I've been playing a lot of sand volleyball. I'm starting a league on Sundays. To play with a pretty cool doubles partner that I have yet to play with. And then, just lifting and, what I've learned is don't do leg day and then immediately go play 3 hours of sand volleyball the day after. That hurts a lot. Other than that, been playing a lot of Sheik and Peach to prep for a tournament this Saturday. I think I'll be teaming with Fizzwiggle to go and try to win Cowtown 3 in Greeley, Colorado. So we're going to try to do that. Hopefully we come back the doubles champion there in the actual Super Smash Bros. Melee, but we will see. We
Hey,
do have a lot of good stuff to
you're
brush up
playing
on.
doubles, you're playing melee. That's the whole thing. That means that you're doing it, which I really appreciate you doing, because if I just beat you every week, it's going to start to become boring.
Oh God, it's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll give you something spicy to work with today, Jesse. But you know what
Yay.
else is spicy? All of our melee and Smash adjacent news that we've had this past week.
It's been
Have a
crazy.
couple of big ticket items to discuss. And how are we going to dive into this, Jesse? Which one do we want to talk about first?
We're going to talk about BTS first. Here's the thing. When we went into the year 2022, we were coming off of a moderately successful 2021 Mango won Summit 11. That was the big highlight of 2021. I think most of us can agree on that. But there were some tournaments missing from that year because when you get hit by COVID, the limited money stream that you have goes completely by the wayside. But then 2022 rolls around, and one of the interesting news items that gets dropped among the Smash World Tour and the Panda Cup is that Beyond the Summit secures a Papa John's deal, not just for themselves, not for their summit tournaments only. They shared this mega deal between events like Genesis, between events like the Big House. We had that neon Papa John's at what felt like every big tournament from 2022. And believe me, there were so many big tournaments. And that was not because Nintendo helped us get that sponsorship. That was not because we are always super mature, well organized community. It's because Beyond the Summit, the professionals that they are, were able to sell that to Papa John's as, hey, look, you're going to get so many viewers seeing these amazingly done commercials with Mikey the Cheat and Shannon Dorf's in there and Axe is in there. And I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, of course. Josh Man is in there. So you get all this cool
Hugo
stuff.
Hugs
And
86.
we are seeing, this wonderful growth happening, and all the views that are coming in, all the really strong attendance, because again, it's not like we had momentum to build on. When COVID happened, we had to really slow down everything to a grinding halt. We had to play mostly online. But Beyond the Summit, again, doing something like Slippy Champions League, eventually they had to change it to something else because they couldn't say Slippy. I forget what they called it, but it was Smash Champions League or something. I can't even remember. But the point is that Beyond the Summit staying strong, sticking to their guns, and continuing to run super great events. But then part of what happened towards the end of 2022 is you get the Panda Cup shutting down because of Alan Bunny being POS, and then you have the VGBC people not closing down officially, but they are operating at like a 0.01% capacity. They canceled a bunch of their big events this year for 2023. They had to cancel, because of Nintendo pressure, they had to cancel the Smash World Tour 2022 finale, which is going to set them back for years, most likely, if not force them to shut down altogether. And less than 2 months later from that, we have Beyond the Summit announcing this week, LD, one of the founders of this organization, saying, we are not able to continue any longer, not without incurring even more financial risk and ruin, not just to us, the owners or whatever, but mainly the employees. LD made it very clear in this tweet longer that you can read on Twitter. I should make sure that I have the actual tweet pulled up. Yes, at LD with 3 E's, EEP with a P at the end, LDeep on Twitter. You can read this. You can read this. It's a twit longer, but it's on bts.gg, but you get it. And here's the long and short of it. There were a lot of things that did not break in the direction of Beyond the Summit this year so far. And because this is an organization that throws really cool events to make their revenue stream happen, they had to shut down. And they're doing that, shutting down in time to be able to continue to pay out their employees for a few more weeks after they do the last Ultimate Summit. Smash Ultimate Summit 6, I believe it is, here in a week or two. And they're going to try to also give healthcare to everybody through the end of April. But they can't do any more than that because that's how bad things have been for them recently. So that is the big news. We have lost not only an organization that does a lot of good for Melee and Smash in general, but also the biggest streamer on Twitch for Ultimate and Melee events as well, because this is a Twitch account that gets so many views automatically just because that's the channel. Most people recognize twitch.tv/BTS Smash. And you had events like, and we need to make sure we talk about the BEMI event that just happened. That was on BTS. And if it was on Waff's channel, it would have had less live viewers. And we mean that in the nicest way. We would love to see a lot of viewers on Brandon's Twitch channel, his personal Twitch channel, but it got more because it was on the BTS channel. What's going to happen to that with BTS shutting down? I truly mean they have to let go of everybody. LD is saying, I'm folding on this. It is like 100% by the end of March, pretty much, they will be completely shut down. And it's very, very sad news.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to put ourselves in. And what I'm struggling with is, what direction does this really point us in is as a community? We've seen a lot of financial and economic downturn, mostly as a result of Smash being pretty unsustainable. Balancing that between the Panda and Smash World Tour Cup drama, that all really circled around making sure that everyone was financially stable and fighting over the few pennies that are available in order to swing a organization, swing a TO staff, swing an event towards being financially sustainable or profitable. And that's a very difficult balance to maintain. Everyone looked at BTS as an example of, these guys would do it with incredible production value. They, it seemed that BTS was going to be the example of, they were the ones that doing it right, making sure that we could consistently run high quality events, and they were pulling so much of the weight behind the community, and still that wasn't enough. That echoed by the sandwich by the releases of contracts from Tweak and MKLeo respectively from Team Solo Mid and SK
T1.
Telecom T1.
Yeah.
And those are two of the biggest organizations on the planet, and two of, I believe, 5 esports organizations that can say that they operate at a net profit every year, and even they're dropping ship. And those are tenured, high quality, high brand and market value players. If you want to sponsor a player that you can guarantee your jersey, your merchandise, and your subsequent sponsor value gets on the top 8 stream, you sponsor Tweak and MKLeo. Mostly MKLeo, but you also sponsor Tweak. And that is just a huge red flag to me, that it seems that even the greater esports space sees Smash and sees the Smash community as a net loss endeavor, or even just a red flag marketable opportunity. And that really hurts. That hurts our future, that hurts our future's prospects. And now we're really going to have to dig deep and really lean into our grassroots and local TO scenes in order to build ourselves back up and give ourselves that reputation back, that we are some people and a community that are worth to take the time out of and work to take the investment in.
When you have a deal like Papa John's come through in the year of 2022, oh, this is great. This is going to help so many people get back up and running. It doesn't happen this year. And I don't know much about BTS, their involvement with other communities like Dota, TFT, but they lose the ability to run tournaments in those games because the developer says no. And they never really had Nintendo's permission to do it, but they just did it anyway, right? Because that's how Smash events work. No one has Nintendo's permission to do anything. We just do it and hope we don't get our head chopped off. And what was the first game that BTS was ever actively involved in? They were actively involved in the Dota community. So when you just lose all these opportunities, and Blur talked about this extensively, so that's where I'm getting a lot of this background knowledge from, you get squeezed out, more or less. You can't run this event anymore. You can't run that event anymore. And you're an organization that's known for running events. So what are you supposed to do? It's really unfortunate because there's a lot of people. I mean, just for starters, Pengu and The Cheat, I'm talking about Mikey and Zane, they are very much ingrained in this community, and they just both lost their jobs. Or what about former employees like Aiden, like Slime, people who actively look for the interest and well-being of Melee, of Smash in general. Yes, even Ultimate. You don't have all these people being able to kickstart their esports careers and then level up and then move on to do bigger and better things. You know, I'm to think obviously Slime and Aiden are now part of Ludwig's Mogul Moves whatever LLC. You get it. The point is that they are well equipped to do whatever Ludwig's asked them now because they did that hard work of leveling up and becoming the amazing people that they are through BTS because they got the opportunity to do that. Just think of any other esport organization or an event running organization, and you would have a hard time naming one that has looked out for the better interest of Smash, Melee in particular, than BTS. Now, I will give shout outs and kudos to Golden Guardians. Are y'all okay? I should knock on their door and be like, Golden Guardians, you good? Are we okay? Because Golden Guardians looks out for four of our, three big players, and then Toph, our biggest, if not the biggest commentator in the Melee scene. There's a lot of people who care, but not everybody backs it up, right? BTS was one of those few organizations that backed it up so unequivocally that everybody, except for the random Tish posts, where I'm not talking about Tish the person, by the way. You know, I'm saying shit backwards. You get what I'm saying. I'm saying that there are people who like to say, oh, BTS doesn't care about Smash. Yes, they do. Oh, it's crazy that the only reason why that kind of discourse works is because it's so blatantly against the obvious. We all know, we all should know, BTS absolutely cared about us. And it's a really big loss for us. The way that you turn that around and spin that around is there are this idea of we're going to continue to move on. Here are the positive news that came out. Super Smash Con is back. They're running it again in August 10th through the 13th. You know, we all know how amazing that event is. You have all the Smash events there. Hopefully there'll be a Smash Remix bracket this time because F Nintendo. And then you have the combo contest, all that kind of cool stuff. And the other cool thing is that Beast Coast has added yet another legendary content creator. There's maybe tier 1 and tier 1.5. You got Brandon first, then you got Turn Down for Walt announcing he is the head of media for all North American operations of Beast Coast. So what timing. Crazy that this is the week to talk about that for Waltz, but we are nonetheless very excited, very happy because Walt is very talented. It means that he'll do the thing and score the points and everybody will go, wow, where were you this whole time? And he said, I was making content for Super Smash Bros. Melee. No, the one for the Nintendo GameCube. So we hope that you don't go too far away from us making other games look cool and everything, Walt, but congratulations. And I am happy that there's at least a few little nuggets that are coming through this week to help cheer me up, because the loss of BTS is a big deal. It will be a big deal. We probably won't know the full ramifications of it until these other big events come around, because all of these big events that we're talking about for the rest of this year, events like Battle BC5, GOML, and hopefully we assume the big house, gosh, but where are they going to stream on? Is someone going to get the password key for that BTS Smash and just change the logo real quick so we could keep that? Because that'd be great. But it's such a big deal that BTS is gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long recovery period, that's for certain. I do think that the fact that we do still continue to progress in ways like keeping Turn Down for Walt in a position where he can, one, demonstrate all of his talents, and two, stay melee adjacent enough. Obviously Beast Coast being mostly a full FGC team and full FGC talented organization. Of course, he's going to probably put his hand in Guilty Gear, put his hand in
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6.
Yep.
And it's going to be a really exciting thing to see how Walt's career continues to develop. He most recently, I believe, started Tilt Productions as well. So he has a full documentary team who most recently did the documentary on Toussaint and their lead up towards getting ready for the Ludwig Smash Boxing event.
Yep.
So if you want to go check out that project, it's a really cool and very well done project headed by Tilt Productions and started by Turn Out for Walt. SmashCon looks great. I've yet to go to a SmashCon. I've had to miss 2 SmashCons, even though I had, tried to get out there. I think I would love to go out for that, but we'll have to see what my life looks like in August. We have a lot of cool stuff in the wings, and I think that our reach as a community has preceded us in ways that we didn't expect. And I talked about this in our Lost episode, but I did want to give a little bit of a shout out to Sahara, aka Sahara Not Desert on Twitter. She is a member of the Gloom E-Girl organization, a streaming and content creation team organization, who have a probably combined outreach of somewhat 7 or 8 million followers across TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And she most recently was at Level Up Expo and had a melee setup and competed with some of the other Gloom E-Girl team members during the doubles bracket, and was able to add melee into her own personal social media outreach. So huge ups to Sahara, super cool Peach player, and I hope she continues to thrive in all of her endeavors doing all of those things with Gloom E-Girls. It's a really cool time to be a melee fan. It's also a pretty stressful time. And I know that as a community, I've been in the community for about 11 years. We have seen, dark ends, dark times many, many times before. Whether you go as far back as Nintendo refusing to let us stream our Evo run back at Evo 2013, even though we raised a ton of money for charity to do that, or the initial cease and desist of the Big House, all the drama that's gone through with Nintendo and the Panda Cup and the Smash World Tour circuit, and cease and desist this and cease and desist that, and 5 days of melee, having to overcome so many challenges in the past. I know that we will be able to continue to do so moving forward.
We will absolutely do that. I think for anyone who is at least somewhat interested in following along with melee right now, you can get involved with locals, because I think that'll be something that never goes away. As long as 1 or 2 people who are within 75 miles of each other will just make a house fest happen, and then they start bringing their friends along, and then someone goes, well, I have the big enough house that I could probably squeeze in a few more people. Let's get a stream setup going. One of my favorite examples of this has actually been in my own region. I live in Lancaster County. Next door over is Dauphin County, where Harrisburg is, and Hershey is known for Hershey chocolate. So there you go. Now you're all paying attention. The point is that Kenny, aka Clavicle, very nice person, is starting to host something out of the garage. We call it the garage, and we have a stream for that. Kenny's mom makes food for everyone. It's a free entry. So if you are near enough that free food just perked your ears, like, come on out to the garage. It's going to start happening once a month now, we think. And I brought my big old ginormous CRT. Everybody in the garage could see it, and it's super fun. Like they have that starting to pop up for us because we didn't really have a ton of events. Hada, I have complained to you in times past of going not a lot of IRL events going on right now in Lancaster, but now we have within a like a 30-mile radius, we have weeklies, thanks to Whiplash, at Millersville University every Friday night. We have the garage once a month. And then shout outs to CR Burgundy, who's starting to run a bi-weekly in a firehouse. Like, what? How'd that happen? And I missed it last night because it was like a sudden announcement. I know a few people were able to make it out and sounded like it went really well. So that's great. We'll continue to have those go off. What's going to happen to the regionals? What's going to happen to the super majors? It's not entirely clear, but the good news is that major upset still happening. Collision, that's in a little bit here. I think we got one more weekend. Yeah, we got one more weekend before Collision happens. You and I, Hada, will talk about that a lot next week to preview the bracket. We have GOML, we have Battle of BC5, and now Super Smash Con. So there are still big events happening. And if you want to go and be part of that experience, now is just as good of a time as it was last year, because the core, regardless of Papa John's and regardless of drama, is that we all gather around CRTs to watch some sick melee or play sick melee, and you realize, wait, these are my people for real, for real. You get that feeling in your heart that makes you go, oh, melee is awesome, melee rules. So that does not go anywhere. Let's talk about a really cool thing. This is something that Brandon has said himself and other people. This isn't always something that's just automatically guaranteed to be a success. We're talking about the Black Empowerment Melee Invitational that happened this past weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, that's right. Although the past BEMI events were held online, and that's cool. Right. It's even cooler when you can get everybody out there. You even have last chance qualifiers to fly out for free, players who qualify through the online LCQ. So cool. But there had to be a winner, and we were talking about this last week. If Salt got hot, and we got a bracket reset in here, it's so cool. Yes, Salt is your BEMI 2023 champion over Billy Bo Peep, who just what plays in one tournament that's national level scale of attention once a year, BEMI, and wins them or gets second place. That's wild to me. That's crazy. Let's go, Billy Bo Peep. But again, Billy Bo Peep in past times has indicated, yeah, I'm not going to like big events anymore. So it's cool that we still get to see the Fox every once in a while. We got to see it this past weekend. There's some great sets that you want to go see. One of my favorites was actually winners quarters between Toussaint and Prometheus. Prometheus was this close to making a 3-stock comeback in game 5. This close, Hada. Oh,
Braum is a beast.
Braum is a beast. So you definitely want to check out the VODs. Hopefully they're somewhere by now. But what I'm saying is, super cool event. Salt wins. Salt is your winner. Huzzah, huzzah. Hada, do you have any thoughts to add to that?
I mean, obviously amazing performances from my homies and Toussaint, The Real Thing, and Flash. Of course, I wish they would have brought it home, but you can't always have what you want. Salt, absolute monster of a player. She went on an absolute tear. Prometheus, the Prometheus Toussaint set might have been my favorite of the weekend as well. So hope we can get a little bit more recognition for the weird matchups like Puff Gannon.
It's great. It's a great matchup. I was very tuned in. Are you kidding me? That was and obviously Prometheus pushing Toussaint to the limit. That's awesome. And then to see Toussaint just find that last gear in game 5 to finish it off. Really, really great set.
For sure. An absolute beast. So want to continue to give love to Brandon and the BEMI team for always throwing an amazing event in February. The highest level of players, so much talent all around the room, and I hope that these events continue to move on in years to come.
Oh, and raising over $7,500 for charities that Black owned charities, that kind of thing. You get what I'm saying. Where's this whole Melee Dead game concept going? We're raising money out here for charities as well as putting on sick Melee. Again, this was a wonderful event put on by Brandon. So big ups to one of our goats, one of our Mount Rushmores, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm really excited to continue to see this project move forward. And I guess the last big thing that we really saw this week was the Olympic Committee introducing esports as an event in the Olympics. And as a former actual like sports athlete, I've played and competed at the highest level in many sports in the past.
What Olympics have you competed? Where did you go to? Did you go to Beijing, Hada? Wait, no,
I did not go to the Olympics, but I've competed in Olympic level sports. Like I trained with Olympians when I was a swimmer back in high school and early college.
Holy crap!
I was a high school teammate to Missy Franklin. And I was a direct high school and club teammate to Clark Smith, who was both are now Olympic gold medalists. So trained with them throughout the whole course of my high school career. And when I see esports next to Olympics, I'm like, wow, that's exciting.
That's cool.
Is it League? Is it CSGO? Is it Overwatch? Is it Rocket League? Is it what? Is it like, no, it's like e-cycling. It's tic-tac-bow. It's something else, like a bunch of very like not esports titles, but sports that are done electronically, which is I guess a fair one-to-one comparison.
Capital E sport.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting code. So I wanted to go ahead and give my own list to what I would have added to the esports list. I would have definitely put League of Legends, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers Melee, and Ultimate. Probably Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, this is supposed to happen in June, so we don't know the technical release date of Street Fighter 6, but your point stands. It would be either the most recent version of Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, and then probably like Dota and StarCraft, probably.
Nice. Okay, here's my list. I would put on Super Smash Brothers Melee, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I would also do a P+ bracket. Throw me some Smash Remix as well for the 64 and 64 Vanilla. Maybe that'll get Isaiah to come out to go for the Olympic gold. That'd be so cool. I would, Bubble Trouble maybe. I don't know. I don't really play Street Fighter types or Tekken types. I don't play Dota or League of Legends. I don't play Fortnite. Fortnite would probably be a good example of an event that would pop off really well at the Olympics, because that is truly, that's like a top 5 in the world if I had to guess. But who knows? I could be wrong. I thought for sure Rocket League would at least end up on this list. But again,
even the weird list.
So it's basically chess.com and a bunch of scrubs. That's what this list is of what they actually added. So shouts out to chess.com, holding it down for the chess people. Hopefully but they had it in Just Dance. For what? Like the Xbox 360 version of Just Dance, so that it's accessible for everyone. Xbox 360s are probably just as expensive now as they were back in the day because quote unquote holds up or whatever. So and I don't even know if virtual taekwondo is supposed to be any good. Never heard anybody in my life talk about that game. So you just know how to disappoint me in all types of ways. International Olympic Committee, IOC. That's right. I'm calling y'all out. I know that you're a bunch of ninjas like Nintendo. Definitely have people who get business done through back doors. So you can come at me, but I'm telling you, this is trash. So that's the Olympics for esports. Capital E. Real big shame there. Hopefully we'll see a real game at an Olympic related thing in the future, because as much as we all like to dunk on the brand, it's still the Olympics. It's still kind of cool. Like imagine a Mango, grizzled 45-year-old Mango winning Melee gold in 2045 or whatever the year has to be for 45-year-old. No, I guess it'd be like 2030 something, but you get what I'm saying. Hada, I think that's about it for the Melee side of things. You want to wrap up any last thoughts that you have before we get to our show match here?
I think that's about all we've got, and I wanted to tie in our topics today with my pick for our show match today. And if you want to load in, I have a surprise pick for you.
Okay, let me go ahead and put my music back on. Yeah. I need to be careful with the volume of the music though. Okay, so I had the music at a pretty good volume, but that means I need to make you higher. So let me do that, and then I should be good to go. So we're gonna go to the call, right-click you, bump you up. All right, I'm now searching for you now. Okay.
All right. hang on. I had to change my name.
And let me, oh yeah, that's right. And let me also switch the screen. There we go. We're now on the right screen so that everybody can watch us playing Melee. Gosh, could you imagine?
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, okay. Straight Edge 818. Straight Edge 818 was reacting to the news about the Olympics. Straight Edge, I know, right? Who thought that they would have eventually, the Olympics decided to really get into this? They did indeed. Mario! Turn down for Hada! Oh, that's awesome. Let me move my mic a little bit. Sort of in the way of my Melee viewing experience. Oh no. There we go. Okay, I think I'm good.
All right, Battlefield?
Yep.
All right, good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun. If I miss my jump cancel one more time, I thought he would have rolled in, but I thought, you know what? I'll just throw it out so that next time he will roll in if he doesn't do it now. That's called conditioning, Hada.
Yeah.
Wah-yah. That was not great, DI. Oh, the eggs! Perfect angle. Oh, wait. Why did I go higher than normal? Darn it. That pesky cape. Oh, wait, I'm turned around. Not even because of your cape. Not off to a great mid game, I guess. That would have been cool. Oh, yes! I got it! That was going for that, Hada. I was going for that. It does surprise people, you know? That backwards angle kind of thing. That hurt. Yes! I feel my brain expanding, Hada. My character is still BS, but you know. Oh, okay, all right. I really need to go to ledge, because then I won't be hit by that, right?
Something like that.
It was almost over right there. Darn, 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 darn. All right, on to game 2. Locked in. Turn down for Hada on FD. All right, all right, all right. That was supposed to be, there we go. I'm having the Final Destination Brawl version playing right now. I am just like, I feel fire rushing through my veins right now. This theme is such a banger. It's got electric guitar and everything. Oh, frick. Man, I'm literally on fire now as well. That's fair. Should have rolled in or got up attack. Straight edge. What are we pogging to? What happened recently that was almost pog worthy? I mean, for me. I really need to let myself fall lower.
What?
I thought for sure you had that. You had like a shorter up B there for some reason. Oh, the doc comes out. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I do love me some Final Destination good version. Okay, that's fine. Ah, almost. No, I was trying to snap the ledge. Okay. Oh, and Randall just came out too. The horrible timing on that one. Dude, that was so close.
Well,
GG's. You want to do Thug Finals though?
yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, the Sheik. The turn down for Sheik. Ooh. That's fine. That's not fine. Darn. What am I supposed to do there? I feel like I'm missing something. There we go. I just have to do it from further out. That's the solution. Frick. Ow. No. GG's. Okay.
GG's. Funny game.
Shoutouts to, well, yeah, I mean, it's still singles. We should, oh, Hada, why have I never suggested this? I've literally never suggested a showcase doubles match. Do we want to try to do that next week?
We should do that. That'd be fun.
Okay, we'll see if we can make that happen. That will be somewhat of a challenge because that's 2 extra people, but a doubles best of 5, that'd be hype.
That'd be good. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Please follow us on socials, and we will see you next week for more updates.
See ya, Hada. See ya, everyone.